unworthiness wound? What is it and how does it show up, and what can we do about it? Now, I had a really huge breakthrough last week. If you watched my Facebook Live over on the Sacred Sisterhood Facebook page that I did last Friday, you'll know that last week I made the decision to just stop and give myself some space. Now, I was really teetering on the edge of exhaustion after really pushing myself for the last few weeks, and what I wasn't realising that it was my unworthiness wound surfacing. Now, it was only after sharing on the Facebook Live and just taking some time to reflect that I suddenly became present to this. The unworthiness wound is the wounded part of us that feels unworthy, that feels undeserving, not good enough. It's basically an energetic vibration that we carry as a result of pain that we've experienced in the past. Now, the unworthiness wound is the part of us that we connect to and identify with when we don't feel worthy or good enough. So for me, I realised that I was running a really familiar pattern, one that perhaps many of you can relate to. Now, I've recently committed to showing up for my mission in a whole new way, and so I've been working longer than normal and kind of pushing myself a lot. My workload feels pretty crazy right now, and there's just loads to get done. So knowing this, it's like I kind of get all heavy and serious about it because it means so much to me, and I really feel like I want to just show up fully. But what happens is I then go into this place of feeling like I have to cancel everything in order to make time to get everything done. So in doing that, it's like I then cut off from receiving pleasure, from receiving nourishment and joy. So what happens is I end up becoming a total embodiment of the unworthiness wound. It's like I literally take on this vibration of not allowing nourishment into my life, into my body, into my system. It's like I stop allowing joy or goodness in, and life starts to feel really difficult, really grim, and absolutely no fun at all. And it plays out in this way, like I don't create space for things that are really nourishing. I don't make space to make nice food. I cancel my plans to see my friends. I don't do the things that I know are good for me because it just feels like there's no time. It means no walks in nature, no stretching or yoga in the morning, no time for simply being, no time for loved ones, no time for relaxing or enjoying or just anything that feels good. So you kind of get the picture, right? And just sharing this with you makes me just feel really heavy and sad. And so my breakthrough was realising that this is actually a form of the unworthiness wound playing out. And I realised how much I was co-creating from this vibration of unworthiness rather than co-creating from my intrinsic goodness. The truth is that all of us, each and every one of us, and yes, that includes you, is just pure goodness at our core. Our very essence is goodness, and that goodness is that we are enough, we are deserving of all the goodness and pleasure and abundance and joy in life. And unless we learn how to access this place and then make choices from this place, we can let our unworthiness wound choose for us. So for me, the unworthiness wound has been something that I have spent so long looking at and working through and feeling and healing. And now I am super excited to be teaching a way through it with the Total Food and Feminine Mastery method. Now, I feel like it's so super important that us women, especially us light workers, healers and witches who are out there paving a new way forward for ourselves and for the world, have the right tools that can help us when our own core unworthiness, otherwise known as the unworthiness wound, starts to surface. So I think it's really important to understand this wound, to know how was it created and how can we manage it? How can we heal it when it does surface? Now, I know for me it's been such a deep wounding that I have carried and that has held me back for so long. So it's been vital for me to really get to know and understand it. And so going forward with this new awareness, I'm creating the space for myself to just really make choices and actions that are from this place of goodness and abundance rather than from this place of scarcity and not enoughness. Now, when I do that, I then know that whatever it is that I offer, whatever I do in service, whether that's the work I put out into the world, the way that I show up for my family, my friends, or even myself, that it then comes from this place that is ultimately deeply nourishing for everyone. So if this is something that resonates or something that you can relate to, then I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment or drop me an emoji in the box below. If you like this video, I have something launching soon that you may just love. So if you want to be the first to know about it, then sign up to my waitlist. I'll post the link for that in somewhere around this video. So go ahead and sign up. Okay, that is all for this week. Next week we have Mother's Day coming up, and I'm going to be sharing some really personal stories all centered around the mother wound. So watch this space.